Ron Harris here from MuscleDevelopment.com covers the Arnold Sports Festival brought to you by High-Tech Pharmaceuticals. Standing here with one of the legends of the sport, Chris, the real deal Cormier. Chris, now for those of you who don't know, Chris has a record, an Arnold Classic record. He might not enjoy me repeating this, but he was runner-up at this show 6 years in a row, am I right?
6 years in a row, wow. Man. My last 6 years was always second place here. I did it 10 times actually, but yeah, it was the last 6.
And let's be real, the lineups back then were insane. I mean, this year is a great lineup, but back in the 90s, early 2000s when you were doing it, this show was insane. I mean, we had like Ronnie, Jay, Levroni, it was just it was Nasser. Yeah. The quality was insane. But how would you compare this year? Because this is probably I want to say the best lineup in 10, 15 years.
Definitely. That's what was, in my opinion, was plaguing this competition was the last, it's been a nice chunk of years that it wasn't like the highest height of the best of the best. Yeah. But this year is this is going to be like no other, man. If you make the top 5 and 6 here, you're one of the top dogs in the sport. You're a top crocodile if you take in the top 6 this year.
Now, before we talk about prepping Sergio and all that, I want to know, was it tough for you guys this last few days, not knowing what was going to happen with this show? I mean, we were all freaking out.
Yes, I was just telling Sergio just to block out the noise. We're going to compete, and this is what we came here for. And let's just finish the game, whatever's happening outside of what we can control, don't worry about that. Let's just go for what we came here to do.
Yeah. So we're all excited to see this guy back on stage. It's been about almost a year and a half since we've seen him. Right. And from the pictures and videos, I can't wait to see him on stage, but he looks like a completely different animal. I think he said something like 11 or 12 pounds of new stage weight.
Yes, it's remarkable. He's been super regiment on the times he eats, the times he trains, the times he does everything. Everything's methodical, and everything's been, in my opinion, just right on course as we go on. And the posing, the training, the diets, everything's been right on time. So you're going to see better posing, better physique, and the better focus, I believe.
Yeah, focus. Usually these guys, a lot of the guys you worked with, you're working out of Venice, but he lives down in San Diego, which is a totally different environment.
Down in San Diego. San Diego's been great, man. Shouts out to the gym in San Diego. They've been nothing but cordial in whatever we need or whatever we want to do. No one's tapping you on the shoulders about how much noise you're making, all that type of stuff. So we just had to run at the gym as much as we needed to, and you guys came down there and filmed us right close to the last week. Did a great job, and I'm just happy. I'm happy with the video, happy with the training, and happy with the improvements we made.
Yeah. Now we know this is a very, very tough lineup. We have 4 former champs.
Oh yeah, man.
We have Rami in the show, but you can't. I say Sergio is the X factor because this is a guy we haven't seen this version of him ever yet. Condition looks crazy on point from everything I've been seeing. I'm not going to be shocked at all if he's in the first call out with like Bonax, Victor, none of it. The top 5 guys, I definitely see him in that mix for sure.
Well, you do have a great level of couple triple OGs in the sport, top crocodiles in the sport, and some young bulls in the sport. Yeah. So wherever you're going to land in that little area, if you're going to be a top crocodile here, then I'm telling you, man, you're going to be one of the best guys in the world. Olympia's coming up at the end of the year here, and this is going to be a great measuring stick of where you are in the world.
Last question for you, Chris. You had a great career as an athlete, and now you're becoming very well known as a coach. Do you find it just as rewarding, but in a different way, to be doing what you're doing now?
This is me competing. This is my version of competing today. Through the guys that I train with, I'm nothing short of being up there myself with every front double bicep, every side chest, every back double bicep. My passion is just as strong as it's always been. It's just through someone else's body at this point, but I'm up there for every pose and everything like that, man. I'm right there.
I know this new generation like Breon and Sergio, I know they're very grateful to have someone of your caliber who could have just walked away and said, all right, guys, it's all you now, and I'm done. But you're actually passing on everything that you've learned, things that have been forgotten by a lot of the current generation, and they're very lucky to have you. Let's leave it at that.
I always say my passion is my coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I'm just on pure passion for the sport and pure passion for what I do. And like I say, my feelings, my everything is mixed up into every pose they hit up there.
Yeah, cool. Well, Chris, thank you so much. Chris, the real deal, Cormier, everybody. Living legend, coaching Sergio Oliva Jr., who we're all very, very excited to see Saturday here at the Arnold Classic, Columbus, Ohio. Thanks for watching.